Very good afternoon from Suniyetau. Peace and respects, salams, and all the best to all our viewers. I have great pleasure in having a rare personality as far as Australia is concerned, but well-known personality, Mr. Fahim Hashimy, who hails from Afghanistan in the past, but he's been living in South Australia for a number of years. He came out here as a refugee, I believe. Please correct me by Fahim if I'm wrong. And then he was very active in educating himself. He did a degree in mass communications and has been very active in terms of producing a lot of creative scenarios, including films and documentaries. He's well known for the Ghan documentary, which was shown all over Australia and probably in the world as well. So I really welcome Mr. Fahim Hashimy, a great Afghan and a great Australian, to this forum of Suniyetau, for joining us to talk about Afghanistan and how it's doing right now. Thank you, Brother Fahim Hashimy. Please say a few words to our audience so that we can move forward.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Iqtedar, and namaste to your all audience, and thank you very much for the time given to us. Yes, I'm Fahim. I obviously came to Australia 10, 12 years ago. You rightly said that I did study in here, but not in mass communication, but in media and in politics. Other than that, yeah, living in South Australia, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Wonderful, and thank you for correcting me. Now, we will later on do a full program on you when you have a bit more time, but since you are a busy person and there's current set of topics which are worth talking about, you have sent me a few photographs of the current situation. Please talk about the current Afghanistan and the very first photo that you shared with me, which is being shown here as that of the ladies. And what does it all mean and how does it affect Australia?
Okay, thank you. A couple of questions obviously you raised there. So number one, situation in Afghanistan. It's obviously I'm sure you know, and your audience knows that Afghanistan been taken over by a group of well, they were a terrorist group before, and now they are then they become the Taliban, and then now they call themselves the Emirates of the Taliban. Means the group of people who are governing a country like Afghanistan with 35 million people. Mm-hmm. We're not sure how it goes to in future and how they're going to run the country, because obviously, you know, the country to run a country and govern a country is not an easy job and not an easy task, unless you want to make mess everywhere. That's reality. If you can't do proper job, then obviously the country will destroy everything of the country will destroy, including the education of the country. The picture you have put in here, it's one of the universities of Kabul, where before there was all the Afghan students from the universities were sitting here and having their lecturers or having their whatever study they were doing there, or whatever conferences, seminars they were doing. But this picture is when after a demonstration or protest that Afghan women done in Afghanistan, in Kabul, the Taliban reacted on this and said, hey, we have our own sort of women in here, kind of, you know, message they wanted to give to the people. And we are this sort of people, and we have our supporters. In fact, a lot of people think that most of these people sitting here in this class or this whatever you just name it. People, and especially in social media, they are talking about this are actually, some of these people are men. They're not all women. And as you can see, people are talking about the shoulders of these people much bigger than a woman's shoulder, and the heads and everything that people are analyzing the photos. Obviously, these days people are analyzing everything. And it's one of the things that people were analyzing and say, hey, this is not actually all of them women, and these are men sitting here, and this man being brought by the Taliban group to sit here. So this is actually one of the topics, very hot topic it was when this photograph was come up. So this was one just part of the history, or part of the stories of Afghan at the moment.
Yeah, I see. Well, that's surprising. I didn't think that that would be the case, that there would be men dressed as ladies in there to perhaps appease some of the ruling Afghans or Taliban, I would say. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Unless you have something to say, please go ahead.
No, not really. So I think I cover your question in regard to Afghanistan, in regard to the picture. Happy to answer any other question you might have.
Yeah, well, I don't have any right now, but I was surprised to hear that there may be some men dressed as ladies here. I don't know why they would do that, but anyway, with Taliban, anything is possible. All this is new stories and new eventualities that are happening, and I'm not sure what the real fact is behind that particular aspect of things. Anyway, let's.
As I said, this is more on the social media. People are just analyzing the photographs. And as you know, and I know, I am not sure if that's true or not. And as a media personnel, we cannot, just verify these pictures, and we don't have the capability to verify. But this is just what was actually happening on media and on social media, especially people were talking about this. And sometimes when you see a bit closer, it is a bit maybe right, it's just, but with that black burqa or black hijab on them, it is very difficult to understand what's going on there.
Yeah, especially this one stands out. This one with white.
Yeah, exactly. I can see
that
it's
is different. I don't know
why. bigger unit, isn't it?
That's right. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that and move on to the next photo.